Hi folks, welcome back. We're going to do, I know I got projects in the works and a lot of folks want to see the results, but they're not ready yet. So we're going to look at a little unboxing today. I was pretty excited to see this. I stumbled into it looking for something else and I saw it and I just had to grab it. So AFV Club, awesome model manufacturer. They make a lot of cool things, primarily, as the name implies, armored fighting vehicles, lots of tank kits. They've worked their way into the aircraft market, and now they've worked their way into something that I've only recently gotten into, the egg planes, or they call it something else. They call it the Q series, the Q series, or QD planes, which some manufacturers make. Now, Hasegawa started it all, I believe. I might be putting my foot in my mouth now, with the Egg Plane series, which is their little, their chibis, means cute, Japanese. The little kind of caricature series of airplanes. And I did a video about doing the Su-33, the Sea Flanker, which I had just a ball putting together. Really good time. I recently did this P-51, just because, and now I've had such a good time. They're so fun, they're so little, and I'm starting to branch out and experiment and just do my own sort of thing. They're relatively inexpensive, some people would say actually for their size and the level of the kit, they are kind of expensive, but they're little kits. They average somewhere between 8, 9, 10, and for some of the fancier ones, $20. But I didn't know anybody besides Hasegawa was making these. I found this on HobbyLink, not HobbyLink Japan, but HobbyLink, the US website, and I wanted to give it a try. So this came minus shipping, $19.95, but you do get 2 planes. And what's cool is these are planes, the F-5E, not available in Hasegawa's Egg Plane line. So that's pretty cool. So 2 planes, $19.95, about $10 each, which is average price, looking at the Egg Plane series itself. Now, AFV Club is a Taiwanese manufacturer, so all the markings, you get 2 different sets of markings for Taiwan's F5s. So let's take a look at what we get inside the box here, and we'll maybe compare this to, I have a Hasegawa, I think a P40 still in the box here. Before I do that, let's just take a look at some of the other designs that are available. So you've got an F-104, which is pretty cool because you don't see that around. Now, these, of course, are all, Taiwan markings. The FCK-1, that's a semi-indigenous Taiwanese design. Mirage 2000, F-104. And then I think they also have a special edition Luftwaffe marking one for that. You're probably not going to find aftermarket decals for these, but if you're creative, you can find decals around and just mark. Wow, that's a lot of stuff in this box. You can mark it for whatever you want, or you can do kind of what I'm doing with some Egg Plane stuff now, and just make it your own and do whatever. So inside the box, remember, we've got 2 different model kits because it comes with 2 planes. We've got decals that we'll look at later on. It's like clear parts, instructions, white sprue, and dark gray engines and the main sprue. And this is, looks very much in line with what Hasegawa gives us when we get an Egg Plane. So let me see, we need one of these, one of these, one of these, and one of these, and I'll just put this up there out of the way. I'll have this standing by. Let's take a look at the instructions here, and this is about, I guess these are the Taiwanese aggressor squadron markings. Cool. I didn't realize they had an aggressor squadron. Cool. Interesting. All right. Simple instructions, just like the Egg Plane ones. Some of the Egg Planes that I've been getting lately don't come with pilots. I like this comes with pilots. What's really cool about some of the Hasegawa ones is they come with the option for helmet with visor, or helmet with face, and you can, you know, choose to paint it up. But yeah, you can see, I mean, look at this. It's very simple construction. It's a very basic airplane. I have no idea what this is. Is that a corkscrew? I don't know. We'll take a look at the pieces. So, and that's it. It's all the instructions. Okay. Let's see what we actually have in terms of pieces. So this is our A sprue, kind of the main sprue here. And there aren't a lot of panel lines, but the ones that there are pretty nicely done. Now, you know, you can't, there's no scale for this, so you can't really say it's in scale, it's out of scale. The panel lines are there. So we've got slats, flaps, and ailerons, and we've got a rudder. Choice of 2 different noses, that's cool. You know, just there's different noses available on the F5. You got basically the upper fuselage and wings, the whole lower fuselage, and stabilators, and these are all of your parts basically. Little detail going on the bottom too. I'm guessing that missiles fit directly onto those tabs. So let's go ahead and take a look at the white parts. I sort of see the method of the color. So you've got it's almost a dark ghost gray kind of color here for the main sprue, white for the helmet, for the wheels, you know, because the hubs, missiles, which are kind of sidewinderish. I mean, they're supposed to be sidewinders, obviously. So old school white sidewinders, and then, you know, your landing gear, which all struts and stuff kind of would be white. So convenient, you know, if you're not gonna paint it, it sort of gives you the overall colors that they're gonna be. Be very dull if you didn't paint it, but you've got that. And detail is, you know, as detailed as it's gonna get on something like this. I'd say that looking at the detail and the size on the landing gear, I mean, if we had to try to put a scale to it, it's very close to 1/72 scale. But again, I mean, there is no scale that you could really assign to this. I don't have a 170. I have 148 scale stuff all over the place, but I don't have any built 1/72 scale anything here. Well, I do have a 1/72 scale F-16 I've been working on, but it's wheels up, so I don't have the landing gear. But I mean, if you kind of, I guess this doesn't help at all. But if we kind of look at the landing gear size referenced to, you know, a Viper here, it kind of sort of, you know what I mean? If you kind of get what I'm saying here, it's sort of the. I've had discussions with people of what scale would you put this in. It's a short, fat 1/72 scale kit. Is kind of what I feel what I'm getting at. But then again, it also has no scale. I'm sorry, I just wasted all of your time discussing that. But that's what I'm getting looking at the landing gear. So we've got that. Let's take a look at the very aft fuselage and burners at the cans here. You actually have some fan detail in there. That's cool. You have the afterburners actually in there. That's nice. Why is it slightly? It's just a ever so slightly darker gray. I'm not sure why, but it is. And I'm not really sure what this piece is here, but I'd really like to find out, just for my own curiosity. I don't see it on the instructions at all. I don't know what it's for. Yeah, I don't know. So, got that. And then finally, let's take a look at clear pieces. Here are those interesting, I'm not sure what these are supposed to be. Oh, I see what they're supposed to be. Take a look at the box art, and they have smoke trails on the wingtips from both the sidewinders. And look at the instructions. They have them optionally attached, so you can put these like, like vortices coming off the wingtips. I guess you could paint them like smoke trails. I guess I'm assuming that's kind of what they're supposed to be. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, that's my best guess. So there we go. So clear parts are clear. Mild little distortion. I mean, they're very for the scale of this bubble little jet, very thick parts. I think a dip in gauzy or future would help you out a lot. I mean, they're just just a little bit. But I mean, I will certainly do that to just give them a little bit nicer shine. Give them a little Windex wipe down, and then dip them. But the canopy rails here are very pronounced. You'll have no problem locating all the landmarks for masking, no matter how you choose to do it with tape. I use parafilm, whether you use a liquid masking, very easy to find that and use it as a nice even place to do your cutting for your masking and stuff. So that'll be nice. And just one piece canopy there. Cool. It looks like there's the one sheet of decals for both model kits, and it's like an addition for them. I'm not sure. We got to refer back to the box here. All of the painting and finishing instructions. So you've got one in kind of a ghost gray, and these are the colors for dark and light ghost gray, by the way, the FS colors. And then down here, this is your standard Southeast Asia scheme. So 34102, that's medium green. 34079, that's dark green. And 30219, that's dark tan. It's what we put on everything in Vietnam. And then 36622 is light gray. So you could also, I think I also remember reading something in there that they also flew in like an overall aluminum. So you could probably do that too, if you wanted. And it's funny to me. Look at that, aluminium. I like that. Extra ejection warning markings, I guess. Let's see the actual decals though. AFV Club generally has, their quality's very good. So these decals would be probably pretty good. A little protective film on them. Very shiny carrier film. So I want to put a nice good gloss layer down. You should be doing a nice good gloss layer anyway when you do your decals. But oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. So you got a, if you want to do a little diorama there, you've got some, put that on a, on a barrier or something. Obviously, they don't go on the plane, but, you have a little restricted area in English and Chinese. That's cool. I mean, just to have that. And then all the markings you would need for both planes. They look really good quality. They look very, very thin. Can't feel the carrier film at all. Just, talking about using other markings or finding your own decals, if you want to do this in another country. So this is a sheet from Two Bobs, and it happens to have split 148 and 172 markings on there, just to compare them to the national insignia. So this is actually F-16 size national insignia in 148 compared to the Egg Plane or the Q Plane Taiwanese national insignia, and here is 172. So I mean, you really could just get some, you know, decals for what you want, and just, you know, go by eye, and, you know, instead of just trying to match scale, and find stuff you want to put on it and do it up in kind of whatever country you want. I mean, if we again look at the ejection markings, where are the stencils on this? Oh, there we go, right there. The ejection markings, looking at 1/48 scale to these egg plane size ones, they're fairly close. So let's see, what do we have? We have wing markings and squadron markings, and then look at, you know, these squadron markings. Actually, a lot of the markings here match up to 1/48 scale. So I mean, again, I've said it a few times already, there is no dedicated scale for these egg plane ones. It's what it is. So it would be very easy for anybody to just find a set of decals for an F5 that they like, that they want to build it off of. You know what? I'm kind of silly, because what I could have illustrated was getting a set of F5 decals. How about that? Wouldn't that have been a good idea? Here's Navy aggressor, and then you know, some other country. You know, could do an egg plane, a Navy aggressor egg plane F5, and again, you know, matching up size of decals and everything. I just might do that with one. I might do the, you know, this is the Navy black MiG-28 quote unquote scheme. Maybe, who knows? But anyway, so okay, you've got a lot of options, even though it only comes with the Taiwanese markings. Whenever you're doing an egg plane, by the way, to just match up decals of a similar size. And do it. What I like about this kit, though, is, like I said, this is, you know, Hasegawa offers a lot of different aircraft in the egg plane series. This is the first time I've seen an F5, which to me is just a really cool looking airplane. So I'm glad to be able to do this. You know, the plastic is good quality plastic. It's a nice kit. It looks engineered well. It should be fairly simple to put together. I did this egg plane with my 5-year-old. He had a lot of help, but he did most of the painting himself. And you know, so I mean, they're good kits for youngsters who want to, you know, maybe try an airplane, try a model too. So I'm gonna try to get my hands on some of the other ones by AFV Club and by Tiger models too, and compare them to Hasegawa. And I did say I was gonna take a look. This is a Hasegawa one I have, and pretty similar all the way around, you know. Slightly different construction method, you know, in terms of separate wings and stuff, but in terms of degree of difficulty and complication, you know, level of the model, I think it's right on there, right on par. So definitely a cool one, and when it's built, I absolutely will share the process with everybody. So with that, I will say, everybody out there, keep building them, build them well, and I'll see you again soon.